They say it's what athletes dream of, playing in the 7th game, the final game of a series. You wonder if it isn't something that dominates their nightmares. An entire season reduced to 48 minutes, 4 quarters, 1 game. You wonder what Reggie Miller is feeling right now. A few days ago, he boasted of sweeps and chokes. Today, it's his season that could come to an end. And what of Patrick Ewing, betrayed by his body, yet still expected to do more than just bring his team back from the brink of elimination? Can he carry them to a championship? These men, these teams, have been here before. We've seen the same emotions displayed, then silenced. Last year, the Knicks battled back to win a 7th game against Indiana to move on to the finals. Now, a year later, the same 2 men, the same 2 teams. It's another Game 7.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1995 NBA playoffs. Today, it's the Indiana Pacers versus the New York Knicks.
Series, and we're set for game number 7. And the tip controlled by the Knicks. Ewing going at Smits. Yes, and it counts. And Patrick Ewing will go to the line. So Rick Smits coming out to challenge and call for the foul.
Nice little misdirection play to start the game. Ewing actually set the screen roll on the left side of the floor and then rolled down underneath the basket to come all the way out on the right baseline.
In that area, Ewing opening up though against Smits. Dale Davis rejected by Patrick Ewing. And then Davis able to hit, so he's tied the game at 2.
Can even get his right arm extended over his head. He flipped the first one and even threw the second one, but got it down.
Charles Smith. Now Smith's drawing the double team. Setting up Miller. Passed on the 3, hits the 2. Reggie Miller. Smith taking advantage of a mismatch. It was picked up by Mark Jackson. Smits rejected by Ewing, and the follow by Jackson draws the foul. Mark Jackson, the one-time New York Knick, will go to the line.
Well, when Smits turns that quickly to the right baseline, not too many people are going to block this jump hook, but actually Smits leaned in a little bit and didn't quite get the extension that he normally does. Only that, it's just getting his hands on the ball to make something happen.
Knicks have to take advantage on the transition. Indiana did not react. Miller on a quick release. Reggie Miller line drives it home, and he's tied the game at 8.
Go to Rick Smits early, and Reggie said he did get caught just watching the Rick Smits show.
Ewing with the drop step. Patrick Ewing looking very fluid here in this first quarter. Knicks lead by 2. Nice move off the spin. And Ewing, who has been active going for the block, is called for a goaltend. So the basket will count.
Well, every opportunity Patrick gets, he is going to be aggressive, putting the ball on the floor to go by Rick Smits.
From the Garden crowd as he looks for the move against Starks, then feeds off to Smits, who was able to beat Ewing with a nice move.
Screen, and they got caught off balance, which enabled Smits to go to the hole.
Hopper! Eric Hopper with the penetration to tie the game. He was in foul trouble the other night and sat for a while after picking up number 5. Pretty fast from McKee, finding Davis.
Again, as he gets the ball out of the double team.
Ewing with the spin.
Close to Ewing. Ewing right now with the good legs can go by him anytime he wants.
McKee, Eric McKee, who has been very quiet this series. Larry Brown looking for more offense from him. The pass stolen by Jackson. Miller with Oakley back. Miller on the pull-up. And Indiana leads 18-14 in this first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Ewing from deep. Yes.
Overhearing in the Indiana as Reggie Miller gets inside on the post-up. That Jim Gray heard that Larry Brown telling his team, give more help to Patrick Ewing. They mean on the inside in post-up situations. This was shot clock winding down, half penetration by Derek Harper, and nothing Rick Smits can do except put a hand up and hope Patrick Ewing misses that jump shot.
Open shot for Harper. He passed. Starks had it deflected. Good play by Miller to get a piece of it. Here comes Jackson pushing it down for Smits. Rick Smits. The trap momentarily. The Knicks have been shown to be vulnerable to the trap. That's a foul. Smits and Davis converging on Ewing.
Better and felt like he had the spring back in his legs. Marv?
Right about Dale Davis, who has been a major factor. It's points, 4 rebounds, and Indiana leads by 5. Just under 5 remaining. Beautiful pass from Oakley to set up Ewing. From McKee. McKee off the dribble for Davis. Dale Davis. Continue this Knicks team. A club that has had internal problems. Three-pointer for Derek Harper.
Every one of them probably taking too many right now.
Antonio Davis getting position but missing on the stuff. Ewing stepped away. Did not want to pick up a second foul.
Banging both boards in particular.
Miller. Oh, how he got that off is certainly a mystery. John Starks all over him, and Reggie Miller has had the touch. 4 out of 5 from the field. Here's Starks to the drive, and he draws the foul. Foul on Workman.
Well, first of all, Reggie Miller vowing to be much more aggressive offensively, not going to wait till when the game is on the line in the fourth quarter. He took plenty of time here, not much of a fake, but just getting into the air quickly before John Starks could get up and into him.
Workman handling now against Starks, and the Knicks have switched off Harper to Miller. It does not matter. Reggie Miller is replacing Starks. Ewing off the pass from Bonner is Wallop. And Ewing will go to the line between the Knicks and Pacers. Smits with the room. Rick Smits.
Possibly getting 2 for 1 at the end of the quarter.
Bonner. Anthony Bonner. Off the pass from Patrick Ewing. Final seconds. First quarter. Smits. Rick Smits from the other side. 3 and 9/10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bonner. And that is the end of the first quarter. Good one for the Pacers. Reggie Miller has had the hot hand. 5 of 6 from the field for 10 points. It's Indiana 34, New York 28. Hot shooting by both clubs. Back with the second quarter from Madison Square Garden in just a moment. Shot clock at 5. It's down to 2. Harper has to force and hits.
Well, Derek Harper knew he was in trouble with the shot clock winding down with Antonio Davis on him. He thought he could get by him in the lane, but Davis took that away, forced him to go to his left, which is a smart play, and all Harper could do was hope, and he got it done.
Nice pass. Workman setting up Miller. Charles Smith now guarding Rick Smits. Jackson with the opening. Mark Jackson converting. Indiana leads 39-30. The Knicks. Davis for 3. Rebound Oakley. Able to slap it over to Anthony, who fires it up for 3. Greg Anthony by Ewing back in game number 5.
I don't think so, Mar. We'll find out late in the game if there's that kind of play, but they should not worry about that.
Oakley. Charles not showing the touch from the outside. Here's Dale Davis. Dale Davis. Performance by Smits, 4 of 6 from the field. Here's McKee, rejected. Indiana wanted a goaltend. That's the 4th block for Patrick Ewing, who comes back out of the offensive end.
He's going to have to step up.
Here is Byron Scott. So Byron Scott knocks down the jumper. And Miller on the quick release. Run down by McKee. Good hustle. Back for Miller. Yes. 3-pointer for Reggie Miller. Starks to the drive. Pacers 49. The Knicks 39.
Hurt the execution of Indiana.
Oakley trying to follow up Miller. Foul call. Steve Javy keeping the eye on Charles Oakley, was looking for a reaction, and Oakley held back. Teaming up with Reggie Miller. Here's Miller off the dribble. Stolen by Starks. Starks finding Smith.
Miller was going to look to get 20-plus shots today. Reggie kind of softened on that, saying not necessarily shots, but make things happen. He tried to make it happen there. Charles Smith knocked it loose to Starks, and Starks repaid him with an easy one. And Patrick Ewing knows that the way that the Knicks can win this game and get back into it is with their aggressive defense.
Smith coming up short. Oakley, yes! And it counts. Charles Oakley with a terrific reaction. Now the question is, did the basket count? Apparently the basket will not count.
Well, Charles Smith trying to force things here, taking a bad shot. Charles Smith had it all the way. Catch and shoot all in one motion as he was hacked on the play. I have seen longer continuations, much longer than that. Charles Oakley probably should have been given credit for that basket.
Davis. Here's Mitchell on the drive. Rejected by Smith, but Dale Davis is right there. 12 points for Dale Davis. Eluding Starks, going glass. Rebound Smith. Bad pass by Smith. Intercepted by Jackson. Jackson for Mitchell. And the foul is called. It is an offensive foul.
I thought he was too far underneath the basket.
Good look from Harper to find Ewing.
Knicks did not get the offensive rebound. Oakley's effort forced the Pacers to knock it out, and now they'll get a couple of free throws. Patrick Ewing's effort defensively has just been incredible. He is so alert, so aware, going for everything around the basket, and you can tell Patrick is not thinking about anything out there. He is just playing the game of basketball the best way he knows how, and that was with a lot of heart and a lot of effort.
Started by Jackson. Oakley for Smith. Nicely done, beautifully timed. Jackson going to the spin. Nice setup for Mitchell. And time is run out. So Reggie Miller, the high man with 18. Patrick Ewing leading the Knicks with 17. Indiana is led by as many as 12. At the half, they're up by 4. Stay tuned for the Prudential halftime report, including the NBA Draft Lottery after these words. Smits working his way on Ewing. Beautiful stroke by Rick Smits.
One way to possibly negate that is go at Ewing at the other end.
Starks got the step. Here's Smith. And a jump ball is called. Ewing with the tie-up on Jackson. And the Knicks control. Ewing over Smits. Against Smits. Shot clock at 5. Jackson gets inside. Oh, beautiful shot by Mark Jackson.
In the transition play, tried to go inside of the big guy to possibly get number 4 on Ewing.
Charles Smith, 245 pounds. Hopper did not have the shot. Here comes Miller in the open floor. Miller slicing his way, and it's tipped home. Mark Jackson with the tip. 7.5 to go in the third. Here's McKee. Indiana in the midst of a good run. 6-point Indiana lead. Shot clock down to 6. And Derek McKee able to bail out the Pacers.
The Knicks just 2 for 6. Indiana 2 for 5. And Jim Gray telling us during that last time out, Larry Brown telling his team, I want you to drive the ball at every opportunity. Don't settle for jump shots.
Smits. Strong move by Smits. First he beat Oakley. The help came late. And Indiana has a 10-point margin. They've led by as many as 12. The turnover committed by Ewing leading to the bucket by Smits.
Well, Derek Harper getting the ball inside to Patrick Ewing, who just lost himself there, just fumbled the ball away. as the post-up situation with Oakley not having the foot speed to stay with Rick Smith. So Larry Brown telling his team, drive it at every opportunity. Knows that he can take the ball on the floor and get pretty much wherever he wants to.
Miller backing up for the three. Reggie Miller. Davis. John Starks has not been able to hit from the outside. Reggie Miller has another three, and he has begun the stare with Spike Lee. A 14-1 run by Indiana. And Indiana with a 74-59 lead.
Just a little while ago, I was mentioning how both teams very quiet with the three-point shooting. This is not an easy one, but Reggie will take this on the backup situation, and then he starts to feel it. And this is where he is more apt to get a better look for the three. Perfect feed from Mark Jackson, and Reggie drains another one.
So Reggie Miller now feeling it. Reggie with 24 points. The winner advances to the Eastern Conference Final to face Orlando. Hopper for three.
Look at it as he passed to himself, but it was a legal play.
Hopper for three. Yes. Consecutive shots from downtown. Shot clock at 6. Miller. And a foul. Oakley stepping in the path. And he's called for the block. 76, New York, 65. Nice move by Starks. Cleanly beat Jackson off the dribble. Miller looking for the screen. Antonio Davis. Down low to Dale Davis. Beautifully done.
Should finish before he could get fouled. He is a poor free throw shooter.
Hopper won't count. A foul before the shot. Push called on Jackson. And for Mark Jackson, his third.
John Starks starting to get more frisky offensively, and Mark Jackson getting caught on the top side and just not quick enough to kind of level off on John Starks. And here's this high pass as Dale Davis able to get that sore right shoulder, which does not look very sore today, up and over his shoulder to finish off that play.
2.5 left in the third. Ewing facing a double team, pops it out. Starks for three. Yes. The Indiana lead is 8. Here is Miller. Reggie Miller on fire. It's left in the third. Hopper. Yes. That's a two-pointer. Foot was on the line. Workman pops it back out. Here's McKee for three. Oakley rebounds. Fires down. Here's Starks. Yes. And a count. Foul called on Workman. Miller. Time running down. And Mason pops it. That'll do it for the third. So the Knicks turning it around, although Reggie Miller has been on fire with 11 of the last 13 points for Indiana. The Pacers now lead 81-76 as we head to the fourth quarter. Ewing with the fake. Ewing on the follow. Indiana by 3. Ewing with 3 fouls. Smith with 4. And a foul is called. And that is number 4 on Patrick Ewing.
Patrick is so much more comfortable when he faces the basket, and Smith standing straight up, all 7'4" of him. No way can he move to block the path of Ewing. And Patrick getting his first offensive rebound of the game there off his own miss. If you'll remember in game 7, and I do, he had 11 offensive rebounds.
Ewing. Yes. Again, Workman open. This time with a foul.
Starks in.
So Hopper and Davis now at the guards. Davis for 3. Yes. since that Indiana 15-point lead.
I mentioned earlier that Hubert Davis appeared to be aiming his shot. This time he didn't think about anything, loaded up and stroked it right through. And the Pacers have shot themselves in the foot so far by getting into the penalty now at the 6:53 mark. Another careless foul, that time by Sam Mitchell, as John Starks starting to feel it like the rest of the crowd here at Madison Square Garden.
And that foul put the Pacers over the limits. We got number 5. Jackson with 7 on the shot clock. McKee for 3. Derek McKee from downtown. That's played by Ewing. Played very well by Ewing. Mason was trying to get position on the other side. Ewing does. Yes. And the game is tied at 86-6. Miller slicing his way through, finding Smits. Rick Smits with 14 points.
Well, this play started on the left side and then brought around to the right side, and some confusion on the Pacer defense there about coming and double teaming. Smits belatedly came, but nowhere near enough time. And now Miller's slicing through and splitting that little double team, drawing the defense to him and creating the opening for Rick Smits.
McKee. Davis, Antonio Davis. Jackson, he has Davis with him. Here's Antonio Davis, and he is, let's see, Ed Rush calling a flagrant foul on the Knicks. Antonio Davis took a hard shot. 5-point Pacer lead, and now they have possession. Smits, Rick Smits, making it a 4-point play to this Knick rally. Starks rejected by Smits. Mason kept it alive. Ewing, yes. Indiana 94, New York 89. With a drop step, not able to get the roll. Mason on the rebound. Shot clock at 12. Smits rejected by Oakley. Back at Madison Square Garden, you know, you look back, Matt, this is a series with so many memorable moments. Reggie Miller's heroics game 1, 8 points in the final seconds. His actions and words setting the tone for the series. Game 3, the overtime in Indiana. The Knicks squandering the lead. The Pacers go up 2-1. And then Game 5 on the brink of elimination. Patrick Ewing saving the Knicks season with that shot. So the series tied at 3, leading us to today's Game 7. The big play to this point, the flagrant foul committed by Derek Hoffer on Antonio Davis. It turned out to be a 4-point swing by that very score, 94-90. Jackson gets it back to Smits, and he is fouled.
Rick Smits banging into Patrick Ewing, trying to get that 6th foul, and the pass back as Anthony Mason felt he got all ball. We saw Oakley get all ball on the play before.
Played by Antonio Davis. Rebound Mason off the fake.
By the Pacers letting Mason get in there for the offensive board.
Smits. Rick Smits with a clutch shot. Pacers lead 97-92. Disadvantage. They trailed by as many as 15. Mason is fouled.
Squeeze that one out.
Starks. Yes, that's a 3 for John Starks. It's down to a 2-point lead. 30 seconds remaining. Pacers 97. The Knicks 95. John Starks with a clutch 3-pointer. Down to 20 seconds. 7-second differential between the game clock and the 24. Shot clock is at 5. Mark Jackson for Rick Smits. Shot clock at 1. Jackson. And it's Knick ball. They call for time with 5 seconds remaining. It will be Knick ball down by 2. 5 seconds to go. We'll be back after a word from your local station.
It looks like the same kind of setup. They'll look for John Starks running out to the top.
Starks cuts to the corner. The inbounds to Ewing. Down to 3. Down to 2. Ewing. Not over the hit. And it's all over. The Indiana Pacers have defeated the New York Knicks 97-95 to take the series in 7, and they advance to the Eastern Conference Final to face the Orlando Magic. The battle of big men rather close, with Shaquille O'Neal averaging just under 21 points and 11 rebounds. Rick Smith's averaged just over 20 and 9 rebounds. And this, the play that settled today's contest. Patrick Ewing not able to put it down in an effort to tie the game at 97. Instead, the Pacers win at 97-95 to take the series in 7. And the question here, is this the final time we're looking at Pat Riley as coach of the New York Knicks? The speculation continues as to whether Riley will return for the 5th year of his contract next season. Another look at it. Ewing able to make the spin. He got the step, goes to the finger roll, goes off the back of the rim, and that is how it ended.